Okay, so assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. So today we are going to be presenting Natasha's website, which we are going to explain using the Azure model. So without further ado, let us get started.
Thank you, SHAZRIN. So, as we know, the Azure model is a tool for planning and delivering media-based training, and this model has six steps represented by the acronym in its title. And the first step is plan. The first step in planning is to specifically identify the targeted audience or the targeted students, and this first step is known as analyze learners. So this website is specifically designed for Year 4 students, for especially for self-learning, which is asynchronous lesson. And the topic chosen for this website is in the module 3 in the past. And the subtopic is simple past tense, focusing on irregular verbs. And the number of students who were assigned to use this website is 30 students. And these students are those who have yet to understand the concept of simple past tense irregular verbs. So basically, their prior knowledge is that they understand the concept of simple past tense, but only using regular verbs. And the learning style that is integrated for this website is VAK, which stands for Visual, Auditory, and Kinesthetic. Visual stood at 60%, whereas auditory is 30% and kinesthetic is 10%. So this shows that there are a lot of visual aids provided for the students in this website, and auditory is for the audio in the YouTube videos, and kinesthetic when the students have to role play the activity. So moving on to the next step would be stating the objective. So as we know, in planning we have to state the objectives for the instructional processes, and this step is known as S in the acronym, and states and known as state objective. So the first objective of this website is by the end of the lesson, students are able to identify 4 out of 7 irregular verbs that they have found in the video provided on page Let's Learn More correctly. And secondly, they have to be able to answer the questions on quizzes link that have been provided at least 3 out of 5 questions correctly. And next, students are able to distinguish between regular verbs and also irregular verbs. Last but not least, students are able to answer the post-test lesson at least 8 out of 11 questions correctly after using this website. And for effective domain, just now is for the cognitive domain. So for effective domain, students are able to show interest in when they are listening to the song provided on page pre-lesson, as well as during carrying out the role play activity. So that's all for my point. Moving on to Anis Amira.
Thank you, Natasha, for the very detailed explanation. Okay, so moving on for the next element would be selecting materials and methods and also media. So first of all, for this website, the first media or materials that has been used is the poster. Poster. Natasha, are you showing the slide? Okay, so why she chose poster? It's because poster is easier to download and easier to refer anytime, or even they can even save it in their own laptop or even phone, or even print it out for future reference. And also the colored words can also help pupils in understanding, and also helps to attract their attention in reading it. Besides that, if they even write in the website, it will look a bit lengthy. Besides using long paragraphs and such, so it will make them feel bored to read it. So poster is one of the method that she used to apply in the lesson to attract students' attention. Okay, besides that, the color that she chose is blue and purple shade for the heading and also for the highlight of the website. Okay, this is because the lighter tone, it's like a bit cool tone, which helps to prevent from bad eyesight, as we don't want pupils to have strained eyes looking at the laptop for a longer time. And also in general, blue seems very relaxing. Blue is a very calming color, and it doesn't give tense to pupils. And also besides that, um, the white background, it helps pupils to easier to understand the context, and also doesn't involve any confusion in understanding, or even have any eyesight problem in looking at it. Okay, besides that is video. So the first video that applied in this website, the first video is the song. Okay, this is according to the principle, individuals benefits immensely if they already know some of the essentials. Okay, so through this song, it will also make them understand the lesson without having any surprises, because they already know the previous knowledge. So we want to give them a picture about what are we going to teach throughout the lesson. Okay, so for the next video is utilizing this media and materials and method. So for this video, it applies the multimedia learning participle that have been applied is the temporal contiguity principle. As per that this principle, it helps individual learn best when related and words, visuals, which are delivered together rather than sequentially, which means it helps people to understand through words and also through visuals. So this video particularly helps in past tense, which means help in carry out this activity, provided is role play. Actually, they can also do this activity at home, or even individually, or even with their friends, up to the suitable of the situation. So it is free and it helps in any ways. So that's all from my part. The next evaluation part would be presented by Shazrin. Thank you.
Alright, so thank you, Anis and Natasha. So now we are going to be looking at the step of require learner participation. So require learner participation is where we, as teachers, we have to encourage students to participate in the class. So we are going to look at the parts where the learners participation is applied. So first of all, we are going to be looking at the pre-lesson. Okay, so for the pre-lesson, we have one song video where students will have to sing. So this, yeah, makes the student participate by singing. And next, we are going to move to the next video where it is a video on a conversation. So the students will have to watch twice, and there are also a few activities for the students to participate, which is firstly is a role play where they can do it with their siblings or parents or friends, and after that they will have to identify the simple past tense and answer the questions in the form provided. Okay, so the next part will be a game, which is we use quizzes. So quizzes has very interesting features that encourages students to participate more. For example, there are animations and music, and yeah, musics, and also colorful options, and there is also element of competition among the students. Okay, so that is it for the require learner participation. Next will be we will be looking at the step of evaluate and revise. So after we carry out the lesson, we will evaluate and revise the website to determine its effectiveness. So basically, Natasha, based on the what you call the objectives, the objective says that people should be able to understand common past tense, simple past tense, and also get the minimum of 70% in the quizzes. So, if we look at the post test evaluation where the students have answered, we could see that the average is 8.4 over 11 points, which is pretty good for the students. Which shows that students have made quite a significant improvement in the in the lesson. Thus, uh, we can conclude that the objective of students being able to understand simple past tense is achieved. And other than that, for the second objective, which is related to the quizzes, for the quizzes, overall students have gotten around 70 to 100% answers correct. So basically, the second objective has also been achieved, thus proving that this website is very effective. So I think that covers most of the evaluation and revise part. So I think that is all from us. Thank you.